You
So
three.
Discord is a app.
Yeah, it's the best way to get a hold of us because you can call in online and it has the best audio of any app. And my buddy Chris, we got on the line. Chris, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, very good. He's the one who told me about that. He's a computer whiz. He's currently in talks to be an international network advising consultant for many large governments in Asia. And he's also going to be going to the Middle East. Sahil has some connections in Dubai and Abu Dhabi who will be hooking up large-scale business operations that Chris will be procuring the widely used internet validation theories that are going to be used in those establishments. Certificates, excuse me, not validations.
We want him to get the job, yeah?
Yes, that's why I didn't mention the name of any companies.
Yes, Javi, Bellend.
Bellend.
That's my Bellend right there. Welcome to U3. Unexplained, undiscovered, unidentified. And you can interchange those words, U3. Follow us at U3 Planet Mate. We have a guest caller on the line. I don't know if our Instagram
cannot hear him, so just Chris, we're gonna have to, everything you tell us, we're just gonna have to somewhat repeat.
Yeah, just a little summary, yeah.
Yeah, and Chris, just verify that YouTube link's working for you, please.
This is the other legend.
Beautiful, Chris. Thank you.
That's Tony Paps.
So, what do we want to talk about first?
So thank you for coming on again, Chris. Let me just tell you who. This is a podcast. We are live on YouTube as well, and we're live on Instagram now. Chris, our guest caller, is an ex-employee of Area 52. Is that right?
Is that right, Chris?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes. We'll leave it at that.
That's all. Yeah.
He gives our little show here legitimacy, and that's all we need to know.
It's true.
It's true. Welcome back, Chris. We love having you on.
I love being here. Thanks for having me again.
You are
our pleasure.
Legend. Our pleasure. It took the words out of my mouth. So our first talking point, I thought we could start with. So this is from Science and Tech. It's an older article. It's June, but I don't think we've discussed this before. So our first question to our expert. What's the word?
Expert.
Our expert.
Our expert.
Our Area 52 employee. What more expertise do you need? So my question to Chris is, how he feels about the following. Scientists now believe some black holes could be portals to other galaxies.
I'm sure some scientists do believe that. I mean, that's something that's so theoretical that even within our lifetime, we're not even going to see if this thing is actually true. In my opinion.
You don't think we'll find out whether that's true or not in our lifetime?
Not in our lifetime, no. It's gonna.
You'd have to get.
Unless AI has a breakthrough.
Because you'd have to get to the black hole, which is like the nearest one is 27,000 light years away. It's like Sagittarius A or something like that.
Not only do you have to get to the black hole, once it goes through the black hole, if it does make it out to some other part of the galaxy, I mean, how are we going to establish some kind of communication?
The theory I was listening to today, I was watching a couple of Neil deGrasse Tyson videos.
Gasolina 503, welcome.
Yeah, and he was talking about...
We're talking about black holes and how they may be portals to other galaxies.
Oh, yeah.
Star Trek style.
If it is like another galaxy, it would be like if you had like a bucket of water and you had some like animals in it, like some sea animals. Like if that's the only world they knew and you were like to pull it out, that's could amazing. Be the whole existence, and we're literally in a little bucket.
Would you like me to carry on just a bit more detail about this discovery? Well, not a discovery, but this new theory suggested by scientists. New simulation models are suggesting that a rotating black hole may offer safe passage to another part of the galaxy, or a different galaxy altogether. I mean, you're talking about almost. Would you call it teleportation, Chris?
Essentially. I mean, if you can control it, then it would be teleportation. If you cannot control it,
that's the thing, yeah. But how would you gain control of a black hole?
absolutely no idea on that.
It's
one.
I think
So-
it's beyond our comprehension, isn't it?
Well, that's the whole idea. We don't even know why the dark matter and the gravity that sucks in the light exist.
Amazing.
We don't even understand magnets still.
You see? I mean, we are really, we think we're so advanced, but really, I think we are like still in the early stages of development, you know?
That's why we're building the computers for them to take over. Deem us irrelevant. Terminator 2.
Where is the door?
Where the door gonna be?
That's one of the questions to ask the universe. Where is the door?
At
Where the door gonna be?
It's at the opening of your imagination.
Do we want to open up the door even? Do we really want to reveal what's behind it?
No, I always feel like it's better not to go behind the curtain of existence. I'd rather not know. And if I was going to know, I'd rather know when I die. I wouldn't want to be the one person on Earth who knows, like, why all existence exists.
I would. That would be fun. For a while, it would be fun. I could probably play around with that for a decent amount of time before it gets really boring. Essentially, everything becomes pointless after a while. But for a little bit, yeah.
We have a question from one of our viewers, and the question is from Gasolino503. He's saying, are they gonna send people out there? I'm assuming he means, are they gonna try and send people to go and, manned missions to black holes?
I would definitely say that they were going to send unmanned first, and then once they figure out, then we would send manned people.
But you'd have to volunteer for that because you know you're probably you might just die when you go through it.
Interstellar.
Well, that's like the thing is
Can
like
you
he ends
imagine?
up someplace else in time, and it's like that is the other theory is you either get stretched and die, or if you go through, you somehow end up someplace else. Well, even Interstellar did it right because the whole idea was he went like around the black hole and circled down, and if you were to go directly in the center of it, that's when you would die. So even that they got right in the film.
On to our next topic. That was a good point. Thank you for the question, Gasolina. The next subject is from sciencenews.org. This is under the section of quantum physics. I'm not sure what your knowledge on quantum physics is, Chris, but
Limited, less than a scientist, but I do know about it from reading articles and stuff.
there we go. Someone who is clued up. So this is the article in a nutshell. Let us know what you think about this. Modern day Alice trades. I've never heard that before.
No, Alice trades like it's Alice through the in Wonderland.
Alice through the Looking Glass.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Looking Glass. Yeah, Alice trades Looking. Alright, got it. Modern day Alice trades Looking Glass for wormhole to explore quantum wonderland. Black hole entanglement link could be simulated in a lab, a new paper suggests. And the summary is scientists are exploring the possibility that a pair of black holes in space could be connected by a wormhole, a space-time tunnel that may be related to the mystery of quantum entanglement.
What does that mean, Chris?
That was...
They're basically combining the wormhole theory that we just talked about, quantum theory, essentially. That's what I'm getting from it.
I'd have to concur with that.
So you're putting like a wormhole through a wormhole?
It's basically just another theory to explain how wormholes work.
Like there's two of them, and like what your experience is like in between both of them, kind of.
Yeah. I would say.
Like
Yeah.
it's like there's a north and a south end, kind of. It's like as if it were like a line. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Fair. I mean,
It's quite...
it's over my pay grade.
I mean, it's mind-boggling, isn't it? It's just,
Yes,
this stuff
it is.
beyond our comprehension.
I don't even understand what quantum physics means. Do you know, Chris?
Quantum is basically we don't understand it entirely, but from what I have gathered over time was basically you don't know what the thing is. It's kind of like the Schrodinger's cat.
That's alive and
It's
dead.
both alive and dead at the same time. And until you look into the box, you don't know. But by looking into the box, you also destroy the experiment, and it's no longer quantum, apparently, from what I've gathered.
Quantum physics is still, I'd say they're just now scratching the surface, and they're talking about quantum internet, quantum computing. You know,
quantum computing already exists, actually.
Yeah, I read something about quantum teleporting.
I still don't understand what it means, honestly. That's how little I understand by quantum.
It is crazy. Our next subject matter, topic of discussion. This is an article from March 9th. Again, a few months old, but still an interesting notion. Chris, let us know what you think about this. Scientists now believe the universe itself may be tampered with. What does that
tampered with in which way?
It is in relation to dark matter and dark energy.
It's like basically the whole, if dark matter is actually aliens poking into our world, or it's just we're existing in the alien simulation, and that's how we observe they're there. It's just that we see the gravitational effects, but we can't see any of it. And we wonder it doesn't make sense for the universe to be expanding as fast as it is, because it could be one day that our galaxy would be all of existence, because it would have expanded, and that's all we could see, even though there's this whole of the universe. It's just so far away because it's expanded constantly.
That's that's a really good point. I mean, this particular article, I'll just read the quick little segment here, which relates to the notion of tampering. The universe can be tampered with. This is essentially what they meant by that. Theories about the true nature of dark energy run the spectrum of scientific ideology, ranging from a fifth fundamental force, in addition to gravity, electromagnetism, weak force and strong force, and exotic anti-gravitational particles, to a quintessent, in speech marks, particles to a quintessent energy field that arises during different epochs of the universe and tampers with the laws of physics.
I don't know what the fuck that was about.
That
was too much.
That was,
Chris, what do you think?
Did you make sense of any of that? Because that's baffled me a bit.
Basically what I'm gathering is that dark matter is it's another theory to try to explain what dark matter is, or explain what it does, when we don't fully understand it entirely.
Yeah, I mean, that paragraph right there was just what?
It's it's just really...
Because from one of my classes that I took in college, one of the physics professors was talking, saying that there's another force acting upon gravity. Well, acting with gravity, I should say. That we don't fully understand, but once we do understand that, we'll be able to predict things much more accurately when it comes to other things, because we're not entirely 100% accurate when it comes to trajectory of stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. We think we're really advanced, but essentially for what Chris is talking about, and if we want to travel through space and explore galaxies,
look at how crazy is this to think about. The only thing we know is the escape velocity of Earth, which means you'd have to be going 7 miles a second to escape the Earth.
Yeah.
On a spaceship.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing we know. How much would you need to travel at the speed of light? How would you we can't do that with nitrogen rockets.
No,
we can't do that.
Nothing that we have currently available.
I feel like light travel is not... it's something we can't fathom yet, because it's like they said in K-Pax, you'd probably blow yourself up if I gave you this information, because
you would be, if you try to approach the speed of light, things start to get a bit wonky. you could become like a gel essentially, or like you could completely disappear due to the friction of you going that fast.
Oh, you
Traveling
die.
through.
Yeah, a human being, I
Yeah.
feel like, would just die. But what if your consciousness could
Hmm.
into an alien body?
It's interesting.
So, are we talking about just our conscious being able to go at the speed of light, or what?
Well, we have, say, once we have the ability to download consciousness, once we have the ability to do that, we in theory could send our consciousness somewhere at the speed of light, because you'd be sending it via internet and
Radio waves.
yeah, and the radio waves. Oh, we talked about this on our last. Someone was trying to argue with me that radio waves weren't the speed of light, and I was like,
Radio waves are the speed of light.
yeah, and I was like, let me Google that because I'm pretty sure. Anyway, are things you send on the internet, are those traveling at the speed of light?
I mean, until it hits your next hop. So the way the internet works is you basically, it's going to go across that from, like, say you have a computer and you have it connected to a router. That's going to be sent over the speed of light to that device. That device is going to translate it to go to a certain port, and that's usually the modem that you set up. That modem translates it across the coaxial cable at the speed of light, because electricity flows through the cable at the speed of light, to wherever. So it's just going to constantly hit these stops, which, I mean, technically it's going at the speed of light, but since it's stopping at each point,
So
it slows it down.
if you had no stopping points like that, could you send something from like New York to Australia instantly, like at the speed of light?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is that not what Wi-Fi does, or no?
Yes, but Wi-Fi operates, well, current Wi-Fi operates at 2.4 to 5 gigahertz. Well, to the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz that is available for commercial use. That doesn't go very far.
Is 5G remotely close to the speed of light, or no?
I mean, all radio frequency waves. I mean, it's relatively close to the speed of light.
Well, okay. The only reason I keep
Speed of
asking
light.
is, I feel like
Movie.
if you, well, once we can download consciousness, you could then send something. Are we doing this? You could send something. Are we doing this? Oh. All right. Eat your spinach.
Popeye?
Popeye the Sailor Man. Right, let's stay on course.
Yes.
Man.
Well, Chris, remind me what we were talking about just there. Like, what was the last thing?
Speed of light when it comes to
So
radio frequency.
if you could download the consciousness, you could in theory then travel at the speed of light if we could send something outside of the solar system somehow at the speed of light.
So,
Speed of
and
light.
then we send that, it's going to have to go somewhere, or we send that to another, like, robot body.
There
for
is
example.
on the other side of the black hole waiting for you. All you have to have is the technology of how to make it, and it will already be there, just like in Interstellar, bitches. It's already there. Remember, he gets there, and the city is already there, the warped city. Because the only thing they had to do is he had to get there.
The movie Interstellar.
Because since he would, figure out how to save humanity, like, it already had happened. He just had to go there.
His daughter saved humanity.
Yeah, but it's already happened. He just had to go there.
Well, Chris said something very interesting a few minutes ago before you went off.
Alex the mic.
Yeah, before you went off on a tangent.
So I was like, I'm going to be hosting today.
Yeah. I think we'll have you as a guest caller next time.
Way better.
Yes. Chris said, if you travel the speed of light... No, I like the film one. Chris said, if you travel... One of the things that may happen when you travel the speed of light is you may turn into a gel.
Ooh.
Plasma.
It's plasma. Maybe
Something along that lines.
could it be something like what China found on the moon, perhaps?
Oh.
Potentially. I doubt it, but you never know.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
Earth 2.0 shooting a human to Earth 1.0 at the speed of light. It missed. It hit the moon.
Oh. I like that.
Wow. You can't catch Chris out, can you?
Mm-mm. What does that mean?
Any question in the universe.
He's got an answer. Yeah, Chris has got an answer.
I think Chris is an alien.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I peeked behind that curtain.
Aha!
I didn't even know there was a curtain. Oh, shit.
If only Instagram could hear what he just said, you would be like, "What?"
I wonder what this is like.
That was
knowing they can't hear Chris.
That was a political statement. Chris, you slay me, you slayer. What do you think it was, Pappy?
The gel?
The weird thing China found on the moon.
It's also weird because they said it was a gel, not frozen water, not frozen salad. It's a gel. I'm like, whatever it is.
Like aloe vera?
No. Whatever it is, it has to be something that would be in a liquid at that cold of a temperature. Helium is.
What did the YouTube viewers think? What was the thing they found on the moon? What did China find on the moon? What was it?
Yeah, don't all comment at once, though.
You've got a real East Coast sense of humor, you funny bastard, honestly.
Well,
Don't all comment at once, alright? Don't all just throw your questions right in there.
The joke was just not questions.
You joker. I'm gonna go with my theory, well, mixed with Chris's theory. I think someone traveled the speed of light and gooped up on the moon.
This is a
End
person.
of story.
I will also say that it depends on when because, I mean, the moon still gets sunlight. Even though that's considered the dark side, the dark side still does get sunlight. So
we just never see it get sunlight.
Blasting.
But however, it would still not be a liquid because it's like minus 200 degrees Celsius on the moon. So it's like if it was water, it would be frozen.
Well,
and then why would there be water on the moon?
Our Instagram viewer Gasolina503 is saying it was alien, some kind of alien reproductive. He's actually written alien sperm, but I was just trying to be a bit more dignified, Robert.
The surface of the moon can reach 260 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, wait.
That's
because there's no atmosphere.
That's hotter than the Sahara. 260 degrees Fahrenheit on the moon.
But wouldn't
reach?
It also freeze as soon as the moon spun around because there's no atmosphere?
It does drop down to below 280 degrees Fahrenheit. So negative 280.
But why would why would there be liquid water on the moon?
As well. Negative 280 Fahrenheit on the moon.
It's like yeah. Say it again. Say it here.
It's what?
It goes from how much to how low?
260 degrees Fahrenheit to negative 280 degrees Fahrenheit.
260 degrees Fahrenheit at its hottest and negative 280 at its coldest on the moon.
Or 127 Celsius. And
127 Celsius.
173 Celsius.
Negative 173
Why isn't Gasolina pulling on YouTube so that he can hear Chris?
Gasolina, get on YouTube, man. U3 Planet. Watch us live.
Yeah.
Have both on. Why not?
Well, I mean...
2 angles, blood. 2 angles.
2 angles, bro.
Look at the studio.
You could be on your computer and have, the computer plugged in.
One day we'll be in a big, lush studio.
Yes.
And Chris will be with us in hologram form.
Oh, yeah, just like on season 1 of Silicon Valley. That show's fucking funny.
How cool would that be, Chris, if you were on our show in hologram form?
It would be pretty cool.
That would be like Star Wars shit. We'd be talking to Obi-Wan himself.
Or it'd be like on Silicon Valley where it keeps glitching.
Oh, that's well. Why would you say that, Patty?
Because it's fucking funny.
Goodness. Right.
Was that East Coast enough for you?
I think it was. We are powering through these points.
No, but really wait, Chris didn't answer my question though.
Send me the link on YouTube.
Just tell him.
Did you repeat your question?
Hold on, I'm gonna repeat it, but Sahil's gonna. Oh, he's gonna send it. Oh, beautiful, fucking beautiful.
Bang.
So my question was, even if it gets hot on the moon, we've never found water on the moon before. So why would they just skip over the fact that there was a gel-like substance like on the moon? We've never found water on the moon ever.
Okay, gel doesn't have to exist. Wait.
I'm just saying, like, because a gel is a liquid, right?
Yeah.
Depends on the gel.
Yeah, could be like a jelly.
Well,
could be like aloe vera.
I mean, is non-atomium fluid a liquid or a solid?
I don't know. I was thinking more like the only two things that come to mind are C4 and petroleum jelly. I'm like, are those solids or liquids technically?
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
It could be like Vaseline, yeah.
Is that a solid or
Yeah.
liquid?
I don't know.
But either way, we've never found shit like that on the moon. Why is that not a big deal? Like,
Well, yeah. Why now?
Why are we finding it now, or why is it a big deal that we're finding the gel?
why is it not a big deal that we like? There's a gel-like substance. Like, why are people not like, oh my god, what could this be? Why would there be a gel-like substance there?
I mean, I would imagine that people are. I mean, within the scientific community. I mean, unless you're constantly keeping up with what the
Chris,
what is it?
let's
The
face
rover
it, the rover.
that China launched. You're
However,
not going to really keep up with this.
China is known for intellectual property theft like rampantly. Could it not be possible they like brought it up with the rover, shot it out, and they're like, "Oh, look at what we found." It's a state-run Chinese government program anyway. Like, why would we not think they just did that?
Potentially. I mean, that is a possibility, and that would increase wanting to invest some money into China itself.
Mr. Ames
But-
has joined.
I mean, they're gonna definitely get that material tested, try to figure out what it is.
Well, they should send some to us so we can work on it. So that way we can see if we both reach the same conclusions. Send some to Europe as well. And I would say all three of us test them.
I mean, are they obligated to?
No, but like, I would be less likely to believe it if China said it, just because like,
Talking about China.
they just have a lot of intellectual property
gravity,
theft, and like
and
I've talked to people who work for
spaghettification.
Chinese companies like based in the
We're
U.S.
currently
and
talking about what China found on the moon.
I don't know. It just seems like they just want you
What is it
to
there?
do it, and
What
doesn't
was it?
matter how any means necessary if you
Aliens.
steal like
You
whatever
bet.
information.
Mhm.
It can only be aliens.
So it's concerning that I would take it as is. You know what I mean? Even if the U.S.
Yeah.
said it, I would still be
Must
like,
aliens.
that's a little odd. That's why I'd want
What else could it
multiple
be?
nations
Gel on the
to
moon.
study it.
There's no
Yeah.
Vaseline. There's no aloe vera. Sorry, I'm just catching up on Instagram with our new. I'm catching our Instagram viewer up on what we were talking about.
hmm
Our next topic from May 10th. NASA discovers huge ice structure on Titan. I believe that's a moon of Saturn.
Yes.
That shouldn't be there. Pappy, discuss.
Chris, go ahead.
What a joker. No,
Uh,
I asked you, Pappy. Let Chris ponder
Yeah.
on that for a second.
All right. I guess long story short, the basic idea is that there's less ice than there should be.
Mm-hmm.
It means probably it's warmer underneath the surface of that moon than we think it is, or
Ice. They found ice structure.
oh,
So ice means water.
but there's ice on some of Jupiter's moons too.
Yeah. So
But
where there's
it's
ice,
liquid
there's
helium
water.
underneath.
Oh, it's not water.
No, I mean there could be water if it got warm enough. Just like on the moon, we know that there was water
So
because
where there's water,
there could be life, but it's frozen right now.
Chris.
Well, that's the
it?
life we know, as we
Chris
know.
is our expert from Area 52. Well, previously.
this is actually today's actually the first time I've heard about this. But I mean, all they really did was they found a huge ice belt near its equator. That could easily be like, for example, a meteor hitting Titan and causing a cloud to form
Mhm.
and eventually become a belt.
So,
I mean, that would take a decent amount of time,
hmm
and I don't think that's what happened. But I mean, technology is always the cameras that we have
what's up, John?
nowadays versus before allows us to see things in much greater clarity.
Mm.
So
It's I'll just catch up our view on what you just said. We're talking about Aliens. No, I'm just joking. China and what they found on the moon. Gravity, and like black holes, and spaghettification. And right now we're talking about how they found ice, an ice structure on Titan, which is a moon of Saturn.
It is.
Basically, I think there's life on Saturn.
On Saturn?
Titan.
Alright.
Chris, do you think it's possible that there is life on Titan in some form or another? Life as we know it.
What do you mean as we know it?
Like, excuse me, what we find possible, like even if it's just fish, for example, but they're frozen under the ice, you know?
It wouldn't be life as we know it. We don't know any frozen fish. Besides the ones you might in the store.
No, you know, like the fish that swim around like Greenland.
No, but you mean
Arctic.
this is frozen. Completely frozen.
Well, from what we can see, but we need to go in.
But
and
we've
see.
never seen
there's,
it.
there's apparently a water ocean.
There's water on Titan.
No.
There has to be life there. I'm sorry. Just even
Could
if
be
it's
life.
bacteria.
Yeah, there could be life.
I'm sure there is. We just can't see it.
Well, what are you about the fact that mushrooms came on an asteroid?
Wow.
And from what I've
Mushrooms
heard,
came on an asteroid.
they-
So mushrooms are from Russian. I was going to say Russians. Mushrooms are not local boys.
yeah,
That's what
and
it's
I mean,
saying.
I've heard that there's certain types of mushrooms that produce effects, and it could be because they're not of this world.
He's heard things about mushrooms.
I've heard about them. Joe Rogan speaks about them on his podcast often about certain things.
Watch out for this guy. He's dangerous. Our next topic, which is actually our final topic.
There we go.
That's sad that we're ending.
Oh, you didn't hear what Chris is gonna talk.
No, Chris made his point.
Chris, did you have anything else you wanted to say right there?
No. I mean, you guys were just talking about life on Titan. It's possible. I mean, we're still discovering not animals, but fish
Possible there's life, yeah.
deep in our oceans.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
So,
Hashtag it's
I
true.
want to put it past it.
I mean, yeah, Chris just pretty much hit the nail on the head there. We haven't explored our oceans. In fact,
We know more about the universe than we do about our
It's
own
true.
ocean. They always say
hashtag is true.
it's true.
Hashtag is true.
It's copyrighted, so don't try to do it.
It is.
We did the thing where you mail a letter
It's
to
very much
yourself.
copyrighted. But basically, yeah, Chris is right. I mean, we don't know anything about our own oceans. What the hell do we know what's on bloody Titan?
Yeah,
You know?
Bloody Titan. What do we know that's on Bloody Titan?
Bloody Titan, I tell you.
Bloody Titan, I
Now,
tell you.
this is going straight to Chris, because this is quite interesting. It's our last thing on black holes, because there seems to be a lot of black hole news in the last few months. Do you find that strange?
No, because
No.
Sorry, Chris.
I was just going to say no. I mean, once somebody posts some research that they find out about black holes, that's even a small breakthrough, a lot of other people are going to hop small little bandwagon.
Yeah.
Hashtag is trending.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. This article is actually August 19th, so it's our most up-to-date article, which is why it was the last point. The black hole at the center of our galaxy is doing something bizarre. Scientists say the black hole at the center of our galaxy is emitting an unprecedented flash of brightness from a black hole. This is going straight to Chris.
This before. Okay, so I want to add something
This is
for
going
Chris
straight
to know.
Chris.
Okay.
Mhm.
What do you make of that, Chris?
I mean, black holes can basically absorb light and stretch it in different ways, and who knows what else. Well, I mean, I'm sure people know what else, but I certainly don't.
Our viewer on Instagram is asking a question. Is a black hole swallowing stuff?
Well, yeah, it's swallowing everything because it's so massive. It swallows everything that it can because it's so massive, including light. That's why it's a black hole. It's swallowing the light.
Nothing escapes a black
Not
hole.
even light. But I want to
I
show.
thought they recently discovered some black holes spitting some stuff out. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, but that's another thing. Yeah, we've heard that can happen too. Like they don't all, but they're But the idea is like, Chris, it's gonna be delayed, but I'm gonna show you a video. So that black hole spitting out the stuff was discovered by a professor at UCLA, and he has a video of what it looks like. So I'm gonna show it on YouTube.
Can Chris see us?
Well, he's watching the
I can
YouTube
see
channel.
this.
You can actually send him the link.
He already has the link.
Okay.
Oh, I'll send him the link later though. So that's the black hole doing what it's doing. Oh, it's just a GIF, so it's okay.
That's what the black hole
Why
is
would
doing.
it be doing that? Like, why in the hell?
So it can absorb light, and it can now, I guess, have discovered that it can emit light as well. That's a new discovery.
And that Twitter is Quantum Penguin if you want to look him up.
I mean, if it can eject matter, why can't it eject light?
It's true. If it can absorb light, why can't it project it? It's true. It's true.
It's true.
What do you
Wait.
think, Pappy?
If it can absorb light, why can't it project it?
No.
Eject it.
Like, why shouldn't it be able to do that? Like, it's just another
Because that's
function
just not
of
how.
the black hole.
It's not that it shouldn't or that it should. It's just it doesn't make sense.
Hey, we got a viewer from Russia.
Oh yes.
Say hi to Katya.
Hi, Katya. It doesn't make sense with our understanding.
I'm just going to give a quick round of what we're talking. We're talking on our podcast U3, Unidentified, Unexplained, Undiscovered. We have a YouTube channel too. Follow us, Instagram, at U3 Planet. We're actually on our last discussion, so you joined us kind of late, but we gave you a round of Katya because we love you. We're just talking about light coming out of a black hole. A black hole can absorb, nothing can escape a black hole, but scientists have just discovered recently that there was a black hole emitting light, which is something that we didn't know, that it can absorb light and it can also project it.
Mhm.
Why not? Do you have that gift still? I want to show Katya.
Yeah.
This is my main man Tony, my co-host.
Oh yes.
Oh, you look so pretty with your purple triangle. You joker.
Bloody joker.
That's a really good gif actually. Like it really sums up what we're trying to say. That's the black hole in space emitting light. Weird. Katya says hello.
Hello. But yeah, that wasn't the last point. You said another one.
No, that was the last point.
No, this one.
No, that was for just, I think, random.
Oh, okay.
Because we've
Oh,
already talked
quantum
about
teleportation. We talked about that, Chris.
We already covered quantum physics, teleportation, dark matter, dark energy. We've covered a lot on tonight's show. Amazing stuff.
It is.
Do you want to end on any kind of particular note, my good man? Oh, wait, we have a question.
Oh. Emitting or reflecting?
Whoa.
It would be. What do you think, Chris?
Well, let me just tell Katya who's
I
on the other
mean,
line.
going on the other thing.
We've got our friend Chris, who's an ex-employee of Area 52. Expert.
It could honestly be either.
It
We
could
don't
be
fully
either.
understand black holes as it is,
Hmm.
so I mean, it could be reflect. It's doubtful considering the massive gravitational pull that black holes have.
Mhm.
So it's more than likely going to be emitting. But I mean, if you combine the current black hole
Mhm.
that's emitting that's producing a radio frequency
Mhm.
light wave with the other stuff that we talked about earlier
Mhm.
about being able to use black holes as wormholes.
Yeah.
Could even be somebody contacting from somewhere or trying to test their own little wormhole experiment.
Music to my ears. I'll just summarize
Sum
that
it
for
up,
Katya
for
because
him.
she can't hear Chris
Sure,
unless she's
sorry.
watching on YouTube. Go to YouTube and look at U3 Planet. Basically, Chris, our expert from Area 52, said that he loves that title.
He does.
He said it's more likely emitting rather than reflecting because of the power. What's this?
I'm trying to
Why
get
are you changing
sunglasses.
the filters? Trying to get sunglasses. Oh yeah, here we go. Top Gun. Cue the Top Gun theme.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Bow, 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 bow. Oh shit, she can hear Chris?
can hear him fine.
Can you hear our guest caller on YouTube? Because this is Tony. You can't hear Chris. I'm sure you. How would she be able to hear Chris?
impossible. Unless she's on YouTube as well.
Ah.
So, explain what you were about what Chris said there.
Just let me know if you want me to summarize.
No,
sorry,
you didn't stop. You didn't stop summarizing.
I didn't stop summarizing?
No,
No, I should because she can hear him apparently.
I don't think so.
Oh, I like these shades. These are cool. Me like ye. Ooh. What were you just saying? Sorry, Chris. He's messing around. No, Pappy's messing around with the Instagram filter.
I've never done stuff like that before, so.
Well, Chris gave me music to my ears because he said it was aliens, and I knew it. Oh, Katya's got to go to work. It's 8 a.m. in Russia. No.
But in
Say
Soviet
please
Russia,
stay. Say please stay.
you Starbucks yourself. But I am intrigued.
I'll text you next time we're going live. I'll text you the YouTube link so you can watch us
Yes,
both.
but she
you
could
for
also
watching.
watch this episode.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. She could also watch on YouTube. Hi.
Yeah, no, Chris said it was aliens, and I believe him. Like someone trying to do their own wormhole experiment, or just maybe even trying to communicate with us. Like.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Instagram
Thank you,
filters are
Katya, for
ridiculous.
watching.
I mean, I wouldn't say communicate with us. I would just say communicate with somebody.
Well, I guess we're again. I'm thinking we're the only ones.
Yeah.
But if we can see it on Earth, surely other planets with life can see the same thing that we can.
It could even be a supernova that happened. Black hole. And it could be just such a massive supernova, and eventually it's going to reach us.
That would be interesting.
Never know.
I mean, Chris always thinks out of the box, like things I would never think about.
It's true.
Hashtag is true. I'd like to say that it's almost Chris's birthday,
It is.
and we are gonna.
No, just stop. Don't say anything.
I didn't say anything. All I said is we are gonna.
It's true.
We are gonna ... It's true. Oh wait, there's
It's true.
hashtag is true. Yeah, we do need to have those T-shirts made, don't we?
It's true, teachers.
It's true. U3, all that stuff. We've got to send Chris. Chris, what's your size? Medium?
Medium for sure.
Like a T-shirt. Wow.
Yes.
Right. Remember that. Medium.
All right, writing it down.
Tosser. This looks like the Phantom Zone in Superman.
Don't all write in at once, right?
Hey, we had 4 viewers at one point. Let's not get carried away, all right?
Joe Rogan ain't got nothing on us.
Be humble.
It's true. All right, Chris. I think we're gonna.
Thank you, Chris, for being on. As always, it's been a pleasure, and just you always come up with great stuff. Always I would never think about any of this stuff. So thank you for your input and professionalism.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
All
Pappy,
right.
thank you for co-hosting this week.
Oh yes.
Yeah, even though he's like, I'm gonna hug the mic.
You're welcome. I'll co-host anytime.
Thanks, guys, for watching on Instagram.
Thank you.
Thanks, YouTube guys. We'll see you next time
All right.
on U3.
Unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained.